I'm not a salesperson or anything like that, but I am going to tell you about the things that I do and then what I feel are the best choices for me, at least. So, hemp. Hemp, there's two things. There's a female plant, which produces a flower that people smoke, that's cannabis. Then the male plant is hemp. Hemp has no well, I guess in theory it does have psychoactive properties, but you need giant amounts to achieve that. So, it's mainly what it's used for. I think I think they can extract CBDs from it though. Not an expert, obviously, but the main thing that I interact with hemp with, the only thing I interact with hemp with, is textiles. This shirt, these pants that I'm wearing, underwear that I have on right now. I'm not going to show you that. I have I'm not wearing socks now, but socks, this hoodie, and what I got recently are these shoes. They're all hemp. Nice thing about hemp, it's a weed. It's weed, right? It's not necessarily weed, but it's the same principle. It works. It does not take a lot of water. It grows really quickly. The ground doesn't get sucked of all its nutrients, at least as quickly. It can be turned over really quickly. You can put down more. You can harvest it a lot better. The textiles from it. Most of the time, I'm starting to see it more, but like these are from a company that I bought from. I have quite a few of these shirts, and they still sell. Normally you see the blend, it's 50-50. 50% hemp, 50% cotton. That's what this is. And like, these are Patagonia. Patagonia has some really nice products. I've enjoyed them a lot. That's what these pants are. These are hemp. I have this in a couple of colors. I have it in this color actually too, these pants. This hoodie is really nice, very soft. The more you wash, the softer it gets. When you wash these shirts, they don't shrink really. They do get softer. I know I've tried to air dry them and they do get a little bit stiff, but if you just tumble dry and medium, they're great. So the interesting thing is now I'm starting to see some companies, they sell 100% hemp shirts, but they are in some cases almost double what the blended is. In Texas now, I believe hemp is legal to grow. Don't quote me on that, but if that's the case, this is a textile because it can be used for paper. In certain cases, it can actually be combined with like carbon fiber or things of that nature and make actual car panels. You can just Google that and see that. But most things that we can do with cotton, which is a larger utilization of resources, you can do with hemp and lower your amount of resources, so it's more sustainable that way. And anytime I see something, I always think, okay, can I get that in hemp? And that's what I've done over especially in the last year. It's blown up more, and B, it's like, well, I'm just gonna start moving that direction anyway. I know that these socks, I actually have beanies too. I have beanies that are really nice. I have a baseball hat. Anything that's a fabric can absolutely be done with hemp. And I think hemp going forward is going to be the way to go as far as just having a textile that's both easy to acquire, more cheaply made because they use fewer resources, and just wears better. This actually gets softer over time with use. And the same with this thing's incredibly comfortable. I bought this because it's like, oh, this would be a cool hoodie. I wanted to get a hemp hoodie, and I need some for when I walk the dog when it was cold. And it turns out you're sitting in your house because the power went out in the worst snowstorm we've had in a decade, and this keeps you warm. But there's a stigma with all of this, of course, because people don't know, and it's just like every other stigma. People just don't know, so they just assume. But if you actually look and buy things with hemp, It's better for everything, better for everybody, and you get a better product. Or at least the products that I bought are all really nice, and they just feel better with use and with washing, because a lot of times stuff will wear out. This shirt is the same as when I bought it. It's really great. And the same with this hoodie. I washed this hoodie probably like 4 or 5 times in the last couple of months, past few months, just because, you need to wash it. And these jeans I washed at least 4 or 5 times in the last month, at least once a week. And they just get softer, they feel better. I hate to say that this is like a miracle product, or this is a thing that's going to save the world or anything, but this is a tiny little piece of this puzzle that we need to start using collectively to build things better, more sustainable, and actually help the environment. Because we're here on this planet, and this is it. We don't have we don't have anywhere to go. We're going to ruin it. We're screwed. So small steps help. If everybody does a small step, then it turns into a bigger step. I mean, that's just simple. So hemp is great. I love hemp.